Hi everyone. Today we're going to learn a new chord called the G7 chord. It's a little bit more difficult than the others because we have to use 3 fingers on this one. I'll show you some shortcuts to help you out. So here's the F chord, which we learned recently. And to go to the G7 chord, we're going to keep one finger in place on both chords, and that's the index finger. And that's on 2-1 or second string, first fret, because that finger is used on both chords. So then you're going to move your middle finger from the 4th string, 2nd fret to the 3rd string, 2nd fret, or 3-2. And then the ring finger or 3rd finger is going to go on the 1st string, 2nd fret, or 1-2. That's right there. So there you go. So you saw the one shortcut. And the other thing that will help you remember is look at the shape of it. What geometric shape does it remind you of? That's right, the triangle. And if we actually would consider that 2nd string and put a line through it and you're holding your ukulele pointing upward, it looks like an arrow, and that arrow is pointing upward towards the sky. So I always tell my students G7 points to heaven. Remember that, because when we reverse that triangle later on, it's going to be another chord. So let's make sure we can hear all 4 strings. There you go. If you're getting buzzing, you'll make sure your fingers are close to the fret wire. Make sure you're not leaning them against the other strings, and also make sure your fingernails are trimmed. So we learned how to go from the F chord to the G7. And then going back from the G7 to the F chord is even easier. Lift the 3rd finger off and then move the middle finger to 4-2, or the 4th string, 2nd fret. And then practice going between those 2 chords. Okay, let's do an exercise. So let's practice those chords with a rhythm pattern. We'll do quarter notes, measure of F, measure of G7, and then repeat in 4/4 time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. G7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to F. 1, 2, 3, 4 to G7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. So there's another chord that goes together well with the G7. It's the C chord, and there's a real good shortcut for that one. So here's our G7. All you do is you lift fingers 1 and 2 off, and then you're going to slide finger 3 from the 2nd fret to the 3rd, and there's our C chord. And then to go back, reverse it. Slide it back from the 3rd fret to the 2nd, and then put down fingers 1 and 2 for the G7 chord. So when you move, don't lift that finger off. You release the pressure, but keep contact with that nylon string and then slide it. Okay, you don't want to do this. That's extra movement. You may lose your place. This way, you're releasing pressure as you slide back and forth, and then you press a little bit harder again when you're ready to play the chord. And the other thing too is you kind of feel that finger going over that bump. I call it a speed bump, that fret wire. So this way you can know where you're at. Let's practice going between those 2 chords with a chord progression and a half note strum. So we'll do 2 measures of G7, 2 measures of C, and then we'll repeat it. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. C chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Back to G7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Back to G. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you'll be using these chords a lot, very common chords. Keep practicing those chord changes. The next lesson we'll do a song. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.